Welcome back. Are you looking for some Saturday night tapas to make this evening? Well, we have you sorted.
Yes, indeed. Tara Walker from the East Coast Cookery School is back with us. What delights have you for us today?
So I thought, it's nice weather still, you know, we're supposed to have a little bit of better weather. Let's not give up on summer yet. A little few tapas.
We're clinging on to it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in denial that that autumn is coming and winter is coming. So some calamari I'm starting with first. Which I absolutely love. They're so kind of tasty. So the thing is to cook them hot and fast or else low and slow in a stew, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So I have some squid rings here, and these are from my local fishmongers, Kerwin's and Drogheda, so I always know they're good and fresh from them. I think it's nicer if you can kind of trust the source for calamari in particular, because they can be a little bit on the kind of rubbery side otherwise.
And will they prep them for you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do. They do. And then I have another dish where I like to use the tentacles, but I'm going old school, sort of classic Spanish style here with just calamari, basically.
Tentacles. Oh, I can't believe you said tentacles.
Lovely.
So look, I have a little bit of olive oil in here, and I've just tossed them in some seasoned flour.
Okay.
And we're just going to let those crisp up now. And to go with these then, I am making a nice little aioli and a pan con tomate, which is a Spanish dish.
Pan con tomate?
Yes.
Wow.
So it's lovely. Actually, pan con tomate is really, really popular in Spain because they have such beautiful tomatoes always available. And I decided to do these today because tomatoes are in season at the moment, and I had access to these beautiful organic tomatoes from Rock Farm in Slane.
Gorgeous.
So it's the type of thing I kind of don't even really bother doing unless I have access to really good tomatoes, you know. And we need to kind of assist them a little bit in the winter if you're going to use tomatoes in Ireland, because they're not as sweet. They don't have the, you know, the sun is not shining on them to allow them to ripen. So that's why these are great, because these are from a polytunnel on an organic farm, basically.
Oh,
so
you can really taste the difference in flavour.
Oh, you can. You really can, yes. So I'm just grating the tomato here, as you can see, and I'm going to pop it into this little bowl. I have done one already, so I won't spend too long doing it now, but just to show everybody how to do it. So just grabbing that lovely tomato pulp,
Beautiful.
pop it into a bowl.
I've never seen tomatoes being grated before. That shows how much I know about cooking. But
Well, it's a rarity.
Is it?
It's a rarity, but it's done.
It's done. As
Tara likes to break the rules, you know, break convention.
What I find is actually very handy. I mean, this is how it's done in Spain.
Yeah.
But it's also very handy. You know, sometimes when you have people looking for tomato concasse, where you have to peel a tomato, and then you have to, you know, you have to put it in the hot water, score it, etc. So it's actually quite a handy little alternative to doing that. So here I have some lovely, again, organic garlic from Rock Farm in Slane, and it's actually wet garlic, which means really fresh, and it's elephant garlic. So really
garlic.
Yes, which is like a big bulb.
Wow,
rather than loads of cloves within the bulb, if you see what I mean.
Oh wow.
And next up I have a little bit of sherry vinegar going in, and then a tiny bit of, and I have extra virgin olive oil for this. So while I've got the calamari in just regular olive oil, because I don't want it overly flavoured, I have a nice bit of extra virgin olive oil going in here.
What's the difference between both of them?
There'll be more flavour from the extra virgin, you know, which is lovely when you want the flavour, but it would kind of overpower maybe if you
we need a more bland for the actual calamari.
Exactly, yes. And here I have some, I was over in Achill on holidays last week, and I went to Achill Island sea salt for a little visit. And I got this gorgeous smoky one. Now, any good quality salt is fine to use, but it's definitely important to get a good salt in here.
Smoked sea salt.
Yes.
Oh,
delicious.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous. That's it there. So that is our tomato ready. And next up, I'm going to grab my aioli. So this is a kind of a cheats aioli. Obviously, a traditional aioli is made with egg yolk and olive oil to make a mayonnaise, first of all. So I'm using a shop-bought mayonnaise just to make life a bit simpler. The whole point of what I was thinking when I was, what recipes will I cook this Saturday, you know, or kind of transition season, was something easy and quick, but that still tastes like a treat on a Saturday night. So I have a little bit of lemon juice gone in there, and a little bit more of my lovely wet garlic going in.
Or elephant garlic.
Elephant garlic, exactly.
Garlic. There's a new one for you now.
I'm telling you.
And I have my lemon juice in already, and then I'm just going to give that a little stir up. So
and you know what, Sarah, if you have the time to make your own mayonnaise, fair play to you, but like...
Who does?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Who does?
Who does? Why would you bother?
And look, I often think, you know, when people are watching, like, they want something that's really achievable as opposed to something that's kind of, you know, like a 10-step recipe as well, you know. And sometimes you're in the mood to do that, but most times, most people are not really standing there, you know, doing every little element of it from
scratch. It's all about the ingredients, really, and the fresher, the more local, the better, really, and the flavour can come out. And whatever about complicating a recipe. You don't need to if you've got the good basics.
Exactly. And you know something, I have to say, like, I love this time of year because I actually choose my meals, apart from in my classes where I have to send the recipes out in advance, but I choose my meals based on what is in season and what's good. Like, we have a fabulous farm shop in Termonfeckin. We have Rock Farm Sign, who has a farmer's market every Thursday. So it's actually a lovely way to cook. Like, go around, just choose, oh, look, that looks lovely, let's go with that, you know. So look, my calamari are almost there. I'm just turning them over. And
so nice and quick, and the high heat is
exactly,
key,
yeah. So they can be a little bit rubbery otherwise. So hot and fast, or else low and slow is the kind of rule of thumb.
In a fish stew or whatever you're
exactly,
saying.
yes. So let me grab, I've got some nice crusty bread in the oven here.
So is this effectively kind of a Spanish bruschetta kind of vibe, is it?
I suppose it is. I mean, in Spain, they would actually eat it a lot, even just at breakfast and things like that. And it would often arrive on your table when you maybe get a drink or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's super fresh and tasty. That's the whole point of it.
Just nibbles, really.
Exactly.
Nice.
Bite size, get in there.
Oh, God, I can't wait to taste the tomato now. I love it. Because I've had...
Are you a calamari fan?
I'm not going to lie. There's two foods I cannot eat. One is Turkish delight, and the other one is anything to do with squid, any cephalopod. No, I can't be doing it.
I'm waiting on the Turkish delight.
Yeah, calamari. Well, see, I only had it once, and you could literally bounce it off the wall.
What you say, yeah.
And I got it confused with onion rings, and it just it completely traumatised me, and I haven't touched it since.
And it was very different onion rings.
Very different onion rings. But but so if you cook it too long, so it's, as you said there, it's slow and
slow,
so
or
like
quick and
stew it or
yeah. And again, going back to the quality of the ingredient as well, that is really important.
Exactly.
You know, you have to have a really good quality calamari that's really, really fresh. So let's get this served up with a little bit of lemon, and you could even give it a couple of minutes longer at home. But there's a nice little crispness there. And you can do them in breadcrumbs, you can do them in batter, but actually this, again, nice and simple, just with a little bit of flour is great. And
gorgeous. Okay. And as you say, simple.
Exactly.
And quick.
And you can just imagine sitting out in the garden with a nice little glass of rosé and having a nice nibble on this.
In the lash and rain.
And here's my aioli going in. And so the idea is then you can dip your calamari into your aioli.
Oh, we are going to get stuck into that. Well, I am. You can have the bread, I'll have the calamari. Thank you, Tara. That looks amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
delicious.
Full recipe details are, of course, up on our website. Or you can check out East Coast Cookery School for more of Tara's recipes and cookery class schedules. Thank you, Tara.
And Tara's book, Good Food, No Stress, is in all good bookshops nationwide. We'll take a quick break now. See you back here in 3.
Right, breakfast time.